is I don't like the Jhin as much as a lot of the other picks available here. It was hovered. I just don't think it works well with the Talia. Something like an Ashe can be very oppressive, though. And that's what they're going to go with. They have so much engage. You can Ashe Arrow into Tahm Kench going for the dive. You have the follow-up knockups there from Talia. She's got her Weaver's Wall. You've got a Nara ultimate.
Damwon fans out in force today.
And then stopwatch to be perfectly safe when the follow-up damage comes through for the rest of the team.
Oh dear, Ghost gonna get knocked up. And he does have flash and he does have cleanse. He's gonna use the cleanse to get out, but holds the flash crucially here.
That is to save Ghost, of course, from the lane. Arrow.
Okay, Arrow flies forward and does manage to land on to BDD. Oh dear, he does flash in time though. And gets himself out of the way. So, no seismic shove, and that means that Showmaker couldn't get there. Maybe he didn't have enough mana. And Showmaker, he can weave his wall anytime he wants. So he can always be here. Damwon Kia, they're not going to go for it. Nongshim going to be able to lock this one down. As okay, Arrow's going to connect once again. This is Dread trying to get over the wall as he flashes eventually to get himself out of the way. Showmaker has come through and he wants to kill his ex-teammate. Ghost will be taken down. That's going to be first blood. As Tread was backing in that brush, does cancel it, which I think is intelligent, but that is first blood going over to Damwon Kia, and they extend their lead to 1,500.
That's this Drake regardless. This time, unfortunately, because they weren't able to get that stopwatch, it's a little bit late, a little bit slow here. As we're going to watch BDD. He stops his comms immediately when he gets arrowed. Flashes. And he's like, oh, I got out. Oof.
Yeah, wow.
And,
maybe
all right, so this fight, though, this is the Arrow. As they catch Dread over the wall, they're just so ready to collapse on him. Then look at Showmaker come through. And Ghost he has nowhere to run. He can't go down, he can't go up. There's a Weaver's Wall there. He is just done.
He could have theoretically flashed, but I think he probably would have just still been dead anyway. As there was a crash in the mid lane. Rift Herald got a bit of plate value, but Dr. Arm got way more. As you can see, he picks up an extra one just by chilling in that bottom lane. We've seen him do pretty ridiculous things even with just Mini Nars. Arrow is going to fly forward already. BDD has flashed out of the way. He's been bitten by that one before. Now Snowflower is just dead. Showmaker collects that one, and this is what Damwon are doing this game. They are giving away an objective in order to just kill their opposition. As now Canyon just, he's going to eventually have to ult over the wall, and he does do so. And now Damwon continuing to press forward, but now with control of this mid lane, they are going to be backing away into a defensive posture now. Ghost, pretty dangerous positioning, but Control Ward does give them information. Just wanted to get back to this lane so that they could push it back. And the seismic shove goes wide yet again.
The long-term damage in this comp for Damwon is not amazing. If they actually give over Soul Point here and then potentially the Mountain Soul itself, it's terrible.
Well, the arrow is still going to land even after the flash, but Seismic Shove doesn't. And I think that is the main point. Some low health bars here as the flash comes out from Kellen. That could be a big deal as Doctom lands another volley.
Ghost, about to have his ult here, has, you know, obviously a bit of utility he can use. They're going to drop the Herald and look for this fight.
Yep, Gravitum ult available. That is definitely a very important point. As now, Shirley going to break that turret down. Damwon Kia were at least preoccupied for a little while. Nuguri running out of Narbar.
He's keeping his positioning hidden, and Nongshim are like, I don't like this angle. I don't know where he is. I am just not going to fight this. Looks like they're going to finally give this up.
Yeah, Glacial Prison's going to come forward here. Showmaker eventually flashes. Okay, Snowflower now in trouble. He's found by Canyon. Weaver's Wall comes through yet again, and Snowflower is, okay, going to just walk over here. Noguri eventually helps pick that one up as Kellen's going to get thrown asunder. Okay, BDD underneath his turret now. Noguri just lumbering towards the member. Oh, what was that? That was a very confusing situation there as Canyon is just ulting around Ghost. Going to be able to find something, but Noguri is going to just slam his head into the ground. It was a very strange fight, but Damwon Kia definitely coming out on top. They'll take this turret and they'll take the Drake.
A 3 Drake advantage with 1 Mountain and then potentially getting that Mountain Soul as Ghost
dear. That's
the target.
That's well, Seismic Shove's going to land, so Ghost is still dead. And Doctom is the one that picks up the kill. So regardless of the fact that the arrow misses, Doctom still manages to collect it. Also transforms his Mana Mune as well. We'll see whether this arrow is going to be the one that pierces the heavens. as there is a lot of targets that he could hit. He's now in Fog of War as Nogari dives over the wall. They've been corralled, all of them. Oh my goodness, fantastic devour there from Kellen as well onto Showmaker. It's going to be Showmaker that secures the Drake somehow as Dread is really dead. On the other side of the fight, Showmaker is just trying to move them all towards their side of the map. And Dread is eventually going to be taken down. Seismic Shove comes on through. Ghost is really dead. And this is Showmaker versus 3 people. They could not turn and hit him though, as Nogari, he will be able to take down the Nautilus. And BDD is just running for the hills. Abyssal Dive comes on through. BDD trying to get some damage here, but Damwon Kia don't even care about killing the Azir. They just want Baron.
Like, he's going to be approached like, you know, SpaceX or Skynet or whatever, where with all of the satellites that they're putting up into the sky, having to be responsible for them. He's going to be responsible for these arrows as well, I think. As Damwon setting up for the siege, the wall comes down as Snowflower is real dead. Yep, you managed to land the CC and those arrows are very easy. Not going to need to worry about taking care of that one.
It's like, I mean, Nongshim just are so indecisive. They're not looking for plays here defensively either. They're just waiting to die. It's almost like goldfish being fished out of the bowl. Like someone's getting a new pet tonight. Like they're just waiting. Snowflower is the one who gets chosen, man. He's dead. That's the end of it. This game is just going to end in the most anticlimactic, boring siege way here as Damwon Kia just walk forward with siege minions.
That's
Where's
not
the play,
true.
BDD? Where's the ult?
No. The ult's coming back up for Doctor. That's what we need to hold on to, Wolf. We might see another arrow. And this one might land. It has just come off cooldown now. If he hits BDD, I'll be very sad because he has a Banshee's Veil. And that's not exactly the priority target. He manages to break that though. So let's see where this arrow is going to be heading, whether it's going to be heading anywhere at all. As Dread is slowed down. There's the arrow connecting. The hook is going to land as well. So Snowflower was kind of into the idea as he gets himself out to Dread, but oh dear, it's not exactly the play that you wanted to make. And Damwon Kia, they just got one more turret to take down, and then this game is going to be over. Oh, make that 2. Sundisk does get put up here by BDD, but he needs to go back to the fountain to get his health bar back. Damwon Kia are unrelenting with how much destruction they are putting down on this base. It's 12-1 in kills. It is 10,000 gold the lead. This game was barely close as BDD finally shifts forward, looking for a bit of a play. He will go down as Nongshim are desperately trying to fight back. Canyon looking for it, but Ghost gets his revenge on his former teammate. Flashes come out, but it's still a 3v3, and the Nexus is still exposed as Snowflower's gonna go down yet again. Dread is gonna get kited here as well as Doctarm's hitting him with a volley, and Canna, there's just nothing left in the tank. Snowflower's hands are off his keyboard, and Doctarm will get the last hit on the Nexus.
We are watching a broken team right now, Atlas, and I think it's the first time I could really say that since I came to the LCK, where we are literally watching a team fall apart.
And this is not with Sylvie in the jungle anymore, right? So, like you say, we're sort of running out of excuses here for Nongshim. Dread not doing any damage. That's a Lissandra being
I was
considered.
talking about.
Yeah, I like it.
And with the Swain last time, it felt a little bit awkward. This time with the Talia, it is very powerful because now you have, you know, basically Lissandra ult, the Trundle pillar. You have some kill pressure here in the mid lane. And Talia's, you know, Unraveled Earth is not going to be as powerful against this type of pick as Lissandra can just warp across it.
All right. Players out onto the Rift here for game number 4. I mean 5. I mean 2. Hit 2. 2. We did it. We got there.
It says 2 there.
It is. Okay.
Game 2.
Confirmation that it is game 2.
We'll start his red buff, and then we'll path down here to try to punish. Now, I like this because this will make this pathing for Canyon a little bit more frustrating. Like, if he comes down here and can't make a play, then it's not going to be worth it for him because he can't just, of course, continue to path his normal jungle. So I actually really like this vertical jungling that's being set up here by Ghost and Effort, who will, of course, have Prio. This is how you can use it.
Well, seen this one before, as Effort's going to find 2 of his bandage tosses, gets the flash out of Kellen once again.
Yep. See how quickly Dread clear that? You can just see that on the minimap. It's confirmed. He did steal that. He's going to come down here. Dread is nowhere to be seen, and, like, a little bit more respectful positioning here from Ghost and Effort.
Yeah, they do ping out the ward, I think.
As far up.
Yep. Well, Kellen is going to move over. That's a flash forward from Doctom as he once again has the Graviton prepared. Really beautifully done. Ghost is going to be taken out here. Doctom gets the first blood this time, though. It doesn't go to the Trundle, and I think that's worse news here for Nongshim.
Yeah, it is worse news.
As Effort clears out this ward. Another minion wave is conga lining in. Damwon might feel safe, but they do move back relatively far. The flash comes out yet again. They're keeping that on cooldown, but Doctom's in trouble. Ghost will pick up the kill. And now BDD could be in trouble again too. Here's the return gank. He does have a cleanse, but it's not going to work out. Another auto comes in and Showmaker, he locks that one down as well. The 1-2 punch. First one from Nongshim, this one from Damwon. Get them back into laning formation, but I mean, he's just going to come out of that brush. Kellen wraps around as Ghost is immediately going to flash, doesn't waste any time. Fate's Call comes on in after the Curse of the Sad Mummy. That is both ultimates, and now Damwon Kia can push underneath this turret now. Ooh, dangerous times. But Dread's going to come down, so it looks like this minion wave will actually be picked up. Throw down a fadeaway claw and look for a bit of a reset as Kellen jumps over the side. There's Moonlight Vigil as well. Gravitum in hand, and that's Devour. That's a very dead Callista. Ghost is going to go down. Does heal and does manage to pick up a kill, so never mind. The Rend is going to deal with the Catfish, but he's not going to be able to pick up the wave.
That's because they wanted to give the kill to Doctom, that they held that extra damage. Like, Kellen definitely could have secured the kill there to save his life, but he wanted to give the kill to the Aphelios. Still okay here, obviously, because, yeah, it's a little bit of extra gold to Callista, but she's removed from the map. Doctom is still farming. And I don't think Dread is nearby.
BDD is, though.
BDD's coming.
Yeah, he's got a wall that can come through here as Doctom's still going to have to flash. Bandage Tosh goes wide, as does the Seismic Shove. So Nongshim unable to find the Aphelios, but they get both of his summoner spells.
And now Ghost is going to catch this mid wave, and they will be able to get the first Drake. It's at, like, almost 14 minutes into the game, this first Drake, so very slow elemental pace here as Kana is probably dead.
Yeah, probably, but he's going to throw out as much needlework as he can. Canyon not tanking the turret. He's going to flash and get the fadeaway chomp as the boulder toss comes through and stops BDD from any sort of potential follow-up, and now Showmaker wants to just kill him.
A lot of the money that is being picked up here is into Ghost Pocket. He's going to be obviously one of the win conditions here for Nongshim if they want to snowball this game. Dread?
Well, he's going to have to get himself out. Nimbus Strike is going to be used, but the Frozen Tomb exists. There's the Devour. And, yeah, he wants to give another kill over to Doctom. Oh, Kellen and Doctom are so cute. Doesn't matter that Kellen had to sacrifice himself for the last one. Still gives over the next one to Doctom as well.
Gwen damage once the Callista, gets into the thick of things.
Yep, and also being able to kite back a little bit better and set up traps as well. They can play side lanes more effectively with the fact that Weaver's Wall exists. It's Kellen going to get bandage tossed, and Dread's going to move his way over. Doctom has himself the Graviton. Moonlight Vigil comes down. That's a lot of value, but not exactly as much as it could have been late game as the Tahm Kench is going to be taken out. Dread has to flash, though, as Nogari's moving real fast. Fate's Call gets the Amumu out of there, and this is what happens when the Amumu doesn't die 3 times before 6. Means that Fate's Call can be there to protect him. As Canyon wants to be able to take the Shellfish, but isn't able to do so as Effort is going to find the ulti. Nogari moving on over as there's the flash out from Canyon. He has Subjugate running, and Dread with the Cyclone there, trying to get himself out of here, but he's going to be very, very low. And now Baron's being pinged, actually, on Damwon's side, as Nongshim do need to send their jungler home.
On this Gnar means that he can side lane against the Gwen just fine.
Ooh, Effort gonna find himself the ulti. Doctom not going to get CC'd. As, all right, he is going to jump out. The Devour did come through. It was a very weird interaction. However, he is going to be out now, trying to get these autos through. The kill onto Kellen is good, but can Nongshim find more? Because that could mean Baron, as these Chakrams still coming down, but unable to get a kill. And Nongshim now moving towards the Baron pit and seeing whether they can lock this one down.
They do not have their critical ultimates, so they don't have any of them. So, I mean, this is very difficult to pull off a turn here without ults. Like, Nongshim, your comp cannot turn without those.
Hex Flash to get over the wall from Effort. Let's see whether he can be the hero. And yeah, Nongshim, you are running out of health numbers. And Damwon, they have a few options here. They can look to chase, or they can hold on to the Baron. They decide not to head into the Baron pit, which would have been dangerous.
They can get an inner turret. They can get an inner turret mid. They can probably get one bottom as well if they could set up for this. And if everybody leaves, On Nongshim's side, they could probably just start their own Baron, especially if they can cut off 1 or 2 members here.
Oh, Showmaker finds the perfect angle. Nogari as well would throw in the Gnar ulti, and it's a wipe. Oh man, it looked like it was so good for Nongshim, but then the pillar, Showmaker finding it. And Damwon Kia now get everyone back onto the map, and they kill 3 and look for a Baron.
But they know exactly what is happening. They see the rotation of Baron and just come over immediately. We're going to skip ahead to this, where Showmaker just goes over the wall. And this time the Ring of Frost is good. Ults himself, buys time, and the follow-up is real. Pretty clean stuff.
Really well played. Clean triple kill there for Showmaker.
He's like, let's go, let's go. I've got 2-3 seconds on my E.
Similar on the other side, though. They have to be very careful of the Lissandra Gnar angle, right? Like, you get the Circle of Frost as well as a Gnar layered on top. That chain CC is also very scary, especially when paired with the Pillar. So it's difficult for Nongshim to find those angles, but if they don't have initiative, it's almost impossible. So I see exactly what your point is. It's a difficult time to be Nongshim right here as the houses are raining on top of the MMO.
And as the Baron spawns, you know, they clear that mid-wave. They have a Gnar and a Lissandra locking the door. Effort's trying to find an angle, just will not find it. Now it's going to turn.
Yeah, the Baron comes on through. There's a Moonlight Vigil as well. A lot of damage onto Ghost. Oh my goodness, almost ripped him to shreds. His shield bow was so necessary. Otherwise, he was just straight up dead. Kellen diving forward towards Dredd. He has to trickster his way over the wall. He does so, but still, the threat of the Doc Dom damage is pretty high. Nogari here on this bottom side, just getting this wave moved up. Baron buff at the ready, and that is going to get all the space required to guarantee this Cloud Soul will give all of that extra great movement speed and fun stuff that Damwon Kia were looking for. 8-4 is the kill score, but honestly, the kills haven't really been the story here. It's how Damwon Kia have suffocated Nongshim out of the map at almost every turn.
They're just not leaving any stone unturned, and finally the last part of the Baron buff is going to siege up this inhibitor.
Yeah.
Dredd loses his lifeline again. I believe that was popped there, and asking for a Cyclone follow-up.
The ulti is just going to be avoided there as the Devour comes through from Kellen. Now he's moving on down. Doc Dom turns up for the fight as well. The Cyclone is trying to do a bit of zoning, but it doesn't really work out. Canyon, in the meantime, is just on the flank, trying to kill 3 people at once, I guess. Dredd is going to flash for him as that was just took way too much effort to kill one Trundle. The tower falls down, the inhibitor goes the same way. Doc Dom has full health, and look at how much damage he does to this turret. Like, that is obscene. It's too many years.
Nobody just teleports back.
Yeah, he's heading all the way forward. Now effort has overextended as well as Kellen just protecting his AD carry like he always has. The Frozen Tomb comes in as well, and Doc Dom's done with this game. He's just going to take down the Nexus. Ghost goes golden. That is going to save his life for this game, but it is the 2-0 in the end. Once again, thank you so much for your patience, everyone, as Damwon Kia, they lock it up the 3rd time, but really the 2nd time of asking.
Yeah, good job, everybody has said, like, kind of jokingly, because it was a long night. I think it was a hard series for Damwon. They had to play it out twice, the 2nd game. Not through their own fault, but just some sort of cosmic RNG. Like, some 1s and 0s were asking them to play a 3rd game, and
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason for the POG interview, joined by the solo POG of Damwon Kia, Showmaker. Another solo mid laner POG interview of the day. Congratulations on becoming the POG leader of the LCK Summer Split. How do you feel? So we were able to get a clean win on game number 1, and then game 2 was going, smooth sailing. And then I didn't expect that we were gonna end the night at 12 a.m. It was a new experience for sure, but I'm still happy that we were able to secure the win. Yeah, Damwon Kia had to go for a remake, or rather a rematch, when you guys were winning. So how did you manage to stay focused up? Well, actually, long pause like this is very tiring and exhausting, so we were having a lot of talks and having a lot of jokes to kind of keep ourselves fresh and just try to help us concentrate. And despite all the hardships, Taman Kia was able to secure the victory. Let's get back to game number 1. The last pick, Ashe, went for a very interesting build. You know, Leandries and then even the Ionia boots. So tell me about it. So he went for the full cooldown reduction because he was really good at landing his ults. So we wanted to keep using that Ashe ult. We could see that in game number 1 for sure. And Showmaker, your Talia, is 4-0 so far. So in the upcoming patch, you know, tell me about the Talia mid in the new version of the patch. So I think it's gonna be a buff for Talia, as far as I know. So Talia mid will still be good. So in the beginning of game number 2, the remade one, Nongshim actually took that Talia away, and you played Lissandra into Talia. Tell me about the mid lane matchup. There were a lot of bends towards the mid lane champion pool, so I was trying to think of what I can play into Talia, and then Lissandra was definitely one of my comfort picks. How does the lane exactly go? I think Lissandra definitely has the edge during the laning phase. And I want to take a look at this replay together where Lissandra was able to deny Nongshim's sneaky Baron and then picked up triple kills. So Nongshim was trying the Baron, so we were able to stop that. And then we could kind of figure out that they were not actually recalling. They were like dancing around that area. So because we already went back to base and came back, so I had my stopwatch, we had all the item built. So I wanted to go in for more fights. I think Taman Kia has become a lot better at playing around the bottom lane. So tell me about the process behind that stylistical change. We've been talking about the league a lot, not only within the players, but also within the coaching staff. So we are able to kind of step up together. Your next opponent will be DRX. It could be your revenge on them. I saw the match earlier today, and Zeka was like crazy good. So I think we really have to prepare hard for that matchup. And I hope this time around we can take the lead over DRX. And very last question, any message over to all the fans who stayed here all night to support Taman Kia after this long match? I'm pretty sure some of them went to get the last train or bus back home, but thank you so much for staying with us, supporting us. I just appreciate all the support, you know, that's all I can say. And this will be the end of the interview from Showmaker from Taman Kia, and back to the Carpet Spacemas. Thank you.